And we are live with a guest today, Dan Betteridge of Side Hustl. Dan, thanks for jumping on with us.
Hey, thanks for having me. Look forward to it.
We're happy to have a guest, and we're back with Rob. DJ J's back in the booth, so we're all back to.
Seems like it's been a while since we've had one of these, so
I know
it's been a couple weeks, so we're excited. And Dan's got an amazing company, a really cool story we're going to dive into. So let's get started. Let's hear about it.
Yeah. So Dan, obviously we met when you moved to Kelowna, built a beautiful home in Lower Mission. And first off, we want to talk a little bit about Side Hustl and what the business is and how it works, but also what your experience was like building your home here and probably what led to the concept. So can you talk through that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't a build, it was a renovation. And that was the thing that was the driver in all of this, because in between trades, I'm from Saskatoon. That's where we are. We decided that we were going to try and make a move out to Kelowna, but we knew it was going to be a long game.
Right.
So during COVID, we picked up a property in the little dip that was there in Kelowna, knowing full well that it needed a gut job.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand how challenging it was going to be. We do this back home. We flip houses, me and my wife, Jessica, all the time. So we thought it was going to be easy.
Welcome to the Okanagan.
Yeah. How hard can this be? But then we took for granted the little things that Jess would coordinate all the trades to do this, do that. And then I would go in and shop back in between the trade, or I would clean in between the trade. It would be nothing. It would be a Tuesday evening and I'm going to spend a couple hours. I never factored that into this renovation. So There were so many times where I'm on Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji or all these different things looking for just somebody to shop back or to haul my garbage away. I can't believe how much packaging material can come from a renovation.
Right.
So I was spending $800 to fly out there to go in between one trade to the next to do an hour's worth of work.
Right.
And I just man, there has to be an app or something that exists for this. And I couldn't find anything. So that was the inception of Side Hustl.
And so Side Hustl is a full, talk us through a little bit about how Side Hustl works. So that you have hustlers and creators, right? So hustlers are providing work on the platform, and then creators would be someone like you, right? That's building a house or renovating a house that needs help.
Exactly. So as a creator, I would create a profile and I would just simply post, I need a dump run done. Take a photo of my pile of garbage that I put out there, assign a dollar value to it. And then the hustler, the person who wants to do a side hustle, be like, hey, after work, I got a half-ton truck. I can do that job. I'm not going to do it for $100, but maybe I'll do it for 150. Bounces back to the creator and be like, yeah, you know what? I don't care. I'm in Saskatoon. I can't get this done. I'm not spending $800. And I'm not saying it has to be somebody from out of town, but it could be just, I want to go golfing instead of doing a dump run on a Saturday afternoon. So
so you're almost buying your time back in a way.
Yeah. And I think what's really neat, Dan, is that it's not like your background is like tech, right? You didn't come at it from a tech side. I mean, you have a business background, but it's not a tech side. You actually came at it from a consumer side. You saw a need for yourself and go, wow, other people must be feeling the same pain trying to get stuff done, right? So
exactly. Yeah. I was stewing on this for a long time in my head. I'm like, how can I even do this? And I thought at one point, I'm like, oh, this is just a pipe dream. I'll let it go. And then I was having a beer with Cale's dad, and we were talking, well, what does Cale do? And Todd just says, he does startup tech companies. And I'm like, wow, I got to talk to him.
Yeah, so we went to Barn Owl, right, in Lower Mission, and you're like, hey, I have this concept. I've been spending all this time, all this money flying back and forth from Saskatoon to get the littlest jobs done, yet I see the need for work. There's people that are looking for work in Kelowna. Can we mesh these two groups of people together? And my background is working in that gig matching economy.
Right.
So I love the DoorDash, the Uber models where you have a car, you need a ride, they match you together. And I'm like, this is right up my alley of I got a place, I need some help, and there's somebody out there that can make some money. What a great thing for the economy, for the city of Kelowna and across Canada to help people make some money on the side. But also, what a great way to help people that have summer homes or just need work done when they're not home, right? They're at work and they come home and their air unit's fixed or their hot tub's installed or their lights are hung. I loved the concept. I still do. And
who doesn't have a to-do list? Everyone has a to-do list. So, and if you want that to-do list gone, the best way to do it is just side hustle it.
Right.
Yeah.
Put these things on there as you get comfortable using the platform. I mean, the best way to get it done is get somebody else to do it for you.
Right.
That's what I find.
Well, and it's interesting because I think that, Dan, when we've talked, like, going through this process, is that we talked a lot about sort of your where your need came from doing the reno, but then you start thinking about all the other things that you could do through Side Hustle, because side hustles are many. I don't know, a dog walker, you need a business that needs stuff done, or a tutor down the road, like teacher. There's so much more. I think the focus will be sort of the home side probably to launch, but side hustles are many, right?
Yeah, you're not kidding. There's so many people I've been talking about this app for as from the beginning till now. And a friend of mine owns a real estate brokerage here. At the time, he was trying to get his Christmas decorations put up in the office. Nobody wanted to do that. But Side Hustle did. And just so many friends who maybe they're working a professional job, yet they still have time to be able to do other things afterwards. So, or they're in the trades and they have a 9-to-5, but their boss isn't offering overtime and they want to make a little bit of money at their trade for somebody else. Electrician, go hang a light after hours and make extra 100. There's just so many. We could go on for an hour talking about different possibilities of a side hustle.
Well, and I think if I can jump in off that, like Rob and I are always looking to help small businesses in any way possible to generate more revenue, gain more clients, break away from competition. What a great place for electrician companies, like even power wash, window washers, those types of companies to come on and create a profile. It costs them $0, right? As a hustler to be on the platform. So really, I look at this as an amazing lead generation for a lot of companies here.
It's part of their it should be part of their marketing. It 100%. Really should be, right? So I'm actually curious, and this wasn't one of the questions we sent you, so I'm curious. I'm actually curious how Dan, how you found the process. So you met with Cale, and then you're going to decide you're actually going to move forward. Like, what are some of the aha moments you've had, good or bad, between now and today? Like, is there things that you're like, wow, like developing the tech was way different than I thought? Or like, was there times where you're like, oh my gosh, like, what are we doing? Like, this is a dumb idea. We should just stop this.
Yeah. I mean, I still have to, it's still in my realm of, I didn't understand, like, okay, I'm going to create a website, but there's so much in the background. Like, as Cale was telling me, you got Twilio, you got all these different platforms for Zendesk, for customer service help, and just sending out emails, all that stuff. I didn't realize that I was going to have to do all that type of stuff. But I mean, I love learning, so it was definitely a lot more into this adventure than I had expected. But
I mean, Dan's a good year into development now.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, we're about a year in, and actually gearing up for launch, which Rob's helping with launch. So where can people go to see Side Hustle? When can they start using it, and where are you guys launching this thing?
I mean, I'm going to field to my marketing.
Was that a question for me?
Where's Rob?
I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure. No. So we're doing a soft launch testing as we speak, which is really cool. For the next couple of weeks, we're just going to get some users testing it, see how it goes, and then the official launch date to the public will be the 7th. October 7th is what we're gunning for. So coming up. So we just want to test it. Like Dan said, it's been a year. We've tested it. People have tested it, but sometimes we're close to it. We want others to use it, do some transaction through it. And then, October 7th you'll be live, and it'll be sidehustle.ca.com. .ca without the E at the end. So Side Hustle, drop the E at the end. .ca, and you guys can, people can go on and start testing it, and just launching in the Okanagan to start, and Saskatoon, because that's where Dan and Jessica are. So they're home. So we're gonna launch in both markets to start, and then take over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, was there a reason why launch or Rob launch in the Okanagan was important to you guys, and you thought that there was value in launching here?
Well, I mean, you guys are there. The whole foundation of the project was there, and I just thought it was a natural fit for. The Okanagan Valley has a very mixed bag of people. You have
Right.
extremely wealthy people who have way more money than time, and you also have a lot of people who are in town working, whether they're on the orchards or picking grapes. That they maybe want another job. So I just feel like there's such a broad mix of people that it would probably be a pretty good demographic to launch this thing in.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, and I want to add to that. I think when we looked at it from a marketing perspective, looking at who the target audience would be in the markets, because that's part of the process you got to go through, is that I think that the Okanagan's a great place where people enjoy going for their hikes and bikes, and it's more of an active lifestyle, and we can look on the lake. They want to get on the lake. And so I think that people value, like Dan was saying, of, okay, I need to get stuff done, but I want to spend time with the kids, and son's got hockey or daughter's got this or soccer or whatever. So but you still got to get stuff done. And then the other side is we have a community where there are, UBCO, Okanagan College, there's students are great. They love working Side Hustles. So I think there was things that really lined up. And then, like Dan said, obviously we're here, so it's easier for us to manage and test it. But I think Kelowna, the Okanagan, is a perfect market for it. And we're interested to see as we go into other markets, how that translates, right? And you go into, you've talked about that, you go into like San Diego, launch this thing, a little bit different beast than launching it in the Okanagan, right?
And I think too, where the economy's at, like, I'm younger, I have friends here, even some friends that are in construction that may have been busy on some of these new towers that are going up and have finished, and there's a lot of building that's happening right now, but new, fresh from the ground has slowed down a little bit. So there's going to be a lot of trades that have come to Kelowna to work on these properties. And when they have downtime, what a great opportunity for them to make some more money. I think it's excellent. And I'm excited to have it in our community too.
I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Even from as a business owner myself, I know that the biggest killer of any business is overhead, is consistent wages. If there's small tasks, and I'm not trying to get anyone to lose their job, but if you can just reduce a little bit of your monthly overhead by side hustling a few of the tasks. I know my father-in-law, he's a home builder here in Saskatoon, and he's constantly asking me, when is this app live? He wants to get a helper for a day to help him, I don't know, carry in stone or whatever he's working on. He doesn't want to have an employee on making $5,000 a month.
Right.
That's, you know what I mean? So I feel like every business owner has one person that they can allocate almost a side hustle, or if they can't hire, when things change and things get busy, well, I don't need to hire a guy. I'm just going to side hustle this while I'm waiting,
Right.
Well, and it's interesting. I think on that, it's not even, I think you're right, Dan. It's not about people losing jobs. Like, I know in our market, sometimes hard to hire somebody. Like, it's actually just hard to hire. Yeah. So if you could just like, hey, I just need a couple of things done. And if I could you just keep side hustling these things that you need, it's a win-win, right? The side hustler, the hustler gets good work and gets paid, and we get what we need to get done. So it's a win-win, right?
I think that for a creator or the user that's looking to get work done, what a great opportunity to save some money, right? Mm-hmm. Because the hustler can offer a better price, right? They don't have the overhead of, the calling in with the secretary and the accounts department and management team. They can give you a better price, and they can probably get out to you a lot quicker. I had someone come and fix our AC unit the other day, and I paid $300 and some just to be told it doesn't work. No kidding. But now I got to call and get that person back out. A hustler might be able to come and say, hey, I got an hour, I'll do it right now. Or if you can get someone that's, handyman. I love the concept of, hey, I need a light hung, I need my boat cleaned, and I need this done. And can you do all three when you're here? Check, check, check. That's done. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Instead of currently, in today's society, I got to call a boat clean company, a window washer, and a flooring expert, where one person might be able to check all three of those boxes.
I think as this grows, we're probably going to see a lot of that. The handymen, the people who are just a jack of all trades are going to really thrive, and people are going to latch to them. It's going to be great for a lot of people.
Right. There's really no platform either for the jack of all trade right now.
No, and it's interesting because that's one thing, we hear Facebook Marketplace comes up a lot, but there's definitely a lot of, pros and cons, lots of cons on it.
Right.
You don't know who you're dealing with and people not getting back to you. And I think the difference is with Side Hustl is it's a business platform. Like you can run, like you said, you can run your business through it as a hustler. Like it could be your marketing, transactions happen through there. And I think it's very similar to me, like an Uber that we talk about, is that you just post it and
forget about it.
It's really that easy that we want to make it. And I think that there isn't a lot. There's some that we've seen that are maybe specific to companies, but there's not a lot in the markets. There's not, other than Facebook Marketplace. I don't know. We couldn't find a lot that are doing this. So
there's some similarities
Sure.
to a few different apps, but nothing is specifically like this. And the thing that I think a lot of people are going to really like is they're going to get paid. There's a guarantee to get paid. There's so many people that get screwed on their jobs, whether they're doing a job and they send an invoice and that invoice just never gets paid, or
Right.
6 months later. Well, this is getting paid in 48 hours. You do the job, you take a photo, you prove that it's done, everybody's happy, and boom, the payment's in your account.
Yeah, because I'm sure that happens all the time. Like you said, I'm sure that even happened with your jobs where, someone forgets to invoice you for a while and invoices you 3 weeks later. And you're like, wait, what's this invoice for? So having that automated, especially for, I think, I have friends that are jack of all trades. They're probably not the best at the invoicing and accounting. They're good at doing what they do. And so to take that away, I think would help people.
Yeah, it's all done up front. So you the hard work on that part of it's done. The easy work is if you know what you're doing, is doing the job.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait either.
I'm excited.
We're excited about it. Like I said, there's always, like you said, everyone has a honeydew list, and being able to get some of that stuff done. I don't know. I'm the type of person that values my time over that stuff, right? Like I'd rather be out doing other stuff and for these little things. I mean, there's things you're going to do yourself anyways, but I don't know. There's these little things that, and we talked about yesterday that the hustlers that come on first are going to get. Yeah. We encourage people to sign up because you're going to get all the work to start, because as we build the app, if you're a hustler and you're going to hustle, you're going to get a lot of work to start, right?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we'll link something in the description once this goes on to YouTube, where people can go to get more information, either to sidehustl.ca. If you are a hustler or a handyman looking to make some money on the side, we'd love to have you. Right now, we're going to be running some promotions and campaigns to get you on the platform. And Dan, anything else you want to close with to the people in Kelowna or surrounding areas that are listening before you launch here?
I don't think so. I just think we talked about this through inception, is the power of community. It's the power of, even when you talk about Facebook Marketplace, there's certain communities, whether it's just like lower mission groups or lake country groups. I think that is going to come into play too, because when you go even to like cottage country, where people go away, hey, my air conditioner broke and I don't want to call an electrician from Kelowna to drive 3 hours away. There might be somebody there. You can just post it. Maybe you might necessarily need it done right away.
Yeah.
Focus on community is going to be huge on this, and I think that the Okanagan Valley has such a strong sense of community, especially Kelowna. From what I've gathered, everyone coming from the prairies, we're friendly out here, but out there it was everyone's been so welcoming. I think that the community aspect is going to be huge. And
built by a Kelowna resident for the Okanagan. So sidehustl.ca to get more information. And Dan, we'd love to have you on to another podcast, maybe a month or two now, to see how launch goes.
That sounds great. And next time we'll have to get Jessica on here, my wife, who also had a lot of good feedback as we were getting to this point too. So
the brains of the operation.
Too funny. Awesome. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for joining us, and we'll have you back on maybe in a month or so, and once we've launched, to kind of circle back on how things are going. It'd be awesome to have another discussion.
Yeah, I really look forward to it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
We're good.
Yeah, I think that DJ.
I'm like, are we on?
Got it.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
I'm like, hello, dealer, anyone?
Say goodbye. Okay.